Welcome to another Being Outdoor product review. Over the last few years, we've been a big fan of the TightSpot Quivers, and we've carried their products for the last several years, and we've watched them evolve over the last several years with new innovations, redesigns, adding new accessories to the product. It's really amazing when you look back and think about how far they have come and all the interesting things and concepts that they were able to come up with there at their shop, and really a testament to ingenuity and innovativeness, where they have kind of got one of the most solid quivers on the market, but then they also have kind of redefined it, and they're always improving it. Okay, so it's not like you see the same exact thing every year. There's always some improvement, not just a change to kind of get your money for this new product, but just something to kind of change or kind of help an existing product, and I'm going to get into that in just a minute. But TightSpot, over the last year, I think it was last year, introduced their 7-arrow quiver, and before that was the 3-arrow quiver. So they have a 3, a 5, and a 7-arrow quiver. For those that maybe have an interest in knowing this information, that our most popular quiver is the 5-arrow quiver. If you notice on our website and TightSpot's, the 5-arrow quiver has the greatest number of camo options out there. Okay, and that tells you something. Black is, they still have the matte black that they've had before. They've introduced some of the Optifade colors. The one I'm holding, I'm going to demonstrate to you, is the Optifade Elevated 2 camo, to kind of show you some of the other ones that they've rolled out this year. I'll pull some of these out just so you can kind of take a quick look. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, this is the Open Country pattern. You can kind of see it in there. Okay, and we have the Ridge Reaper, and you can see that pattern. It might be kind of hard to see it through the plastic. And then last, we have the Subalpine. Okay, there's what the Subalpine looks. Now you'll notice right away with the TightSpot, they have come up with new packaging this year. So they have this new sleek design box. In the past, it was kind of like a plastic blister pack that the TightSpot came in, but this year they kind of changed around the packaging, which is pretty nice, a little more solid for shipping purposes. But it's the TightSpot is going to be well protected no matter what, just because it's a very solid product. Even in the blister pack, it was well protected. So let's talk about some of the functions, and then we'll talk about some of the new things. Just to kind of review with you, over the last few years, not much has changed on some of these things, but we're going to kind of review everything with you. At the bottom, in the attached gripper is what we're going to call this one, the primary gripper, you can notice that there are 5 slots here. There's a quick detach, which is on the end. Okay, what I like to do is pull one of the arrows from these positions to put in my bow, and then if I need a follow-up shot, then I can grab that one really quick. That's what I do. You may want to do something different, but that's what I do. If you'll notice, each of these has a little Allen head, okay, at each point, and that allows you to adjust the gripability, if I can use that word, as far as how tight the arrow, and kind of custom make it for the arrow shaft diameter that you have. You'll notice here at the crossbar, there is adjustments here. Okay, and these Allen heads, that allows this unit to slide up and down, so you can adjust it on your bow, because your arrows are going to stick, you know, the point's going to be here, and then you can adjust to where the quiver's up higher on your bow or lower, depending on the length of your arrows. You don't want this much of an arrow shaft hanging out past your cams. Okay, you want it kind of in the middle, and so that allows you that adjustability. There's a rubber dampener here as well. This is the dovetail mating system that they have, and then, so that allows that to come down and lock into place, which gives you that very firm, secure lock on the TightSpot, so it's not wiggling or jiggling around on your quiver. You can actually also adjust, if you notice there's a little screw head here, you can adjust the clamp ability, I'm going to throw that word out there on you, as well. So you can kind of make it as tight as you want to, or you can kind of loosen it, and it kind of gives you that flexibility. If you look inside the hood, and you may, let me turn it this way, and you can look inside the hood and kind of see how the inside of the rubber hood is. I think a year or so ago they added this little rubber attach little, it's not a dampener, but it's kind of like a little rubber accent they added to the quiver. The hood is indestructible. If you do break it, they do have a lifetime warranty, so they do replace their quivers. Any tight spot, whether it's 3 arrow, 5 arrow, or 7 arrow, they are $144.95. But you get a lot of value with that, and so the quiver is going to have a lifetime warranty on it to the original owner. These rods are very firm. I've used the quiver myself over the last several years. Never had any issue as far as strength or durability or the construction of the product. Now, one thing that they did come out with this year is a 5 arrow quiver, a 5 arrow extra or second gripper. Now, I don't have that on here right now, but you can kind of see that that's still pretty firm in there. And if you kind of slide it up in here where it should be, there's not a whole lot of flexibility in that arrow. It is in there pretty well, pretty firm, pretty secure. But TightSpot and their ingenuity said, let's release a secondary gripper. And that's what this is. Okay, this device is $19.99. Just like it said, it's made of rubber. It's not rubber where you can kind of fold this over on itself, but it does flex a little bit. And you can get this, and it's very easy to install. Okay, I had it on here just a few minutes ago. Now, the nice thing about the way they made this is that it kind of clamps around, so it's good and secure on there. But then it also gives you it's on there tight, but so tight where you can adjust it up and down to what you want. Okay, and so I'm going to take that same arrow, and we're going to put it in the same spot in the quiver, and use our secondary gripper. Now, if you notice now, okay, now before, I think if I didn't have the secondary gripper in there, you know, I could kind of shake the arrow and there'd be a little bit of wobble, and I could probably shake it enough to where it would come out. Just for our own purposes, I won't kind of demonstrate that, but we have the quiver in there, and you can see I got the arrow, and just now was the first time I was able to shake it loose. Okay, it's in there pretty tight. So that means when you're out there in the woods, you're not going to have any vibration or anything like that. And the cool thing is also about this rubber is that that's going to absorb shock and vibration as well. So you have that aspect of it, plus you're getting the secondary gripper. You can adjust it to the height you want, but it's going to keep your arrow in there nice and secure and no rattling. Not that we had rattling before, but this is just giving you a little more security. And as you can see, I can shake this up and down, and it's not going anywhere. Okay, and just to kind of show you the difference, all right, we'll take the secondary gripper off, and you can see how easy it is just to kind of pop on and off if you decide you don't want it. We'll put that back in there. All right, and so putting the field point back up in there like I had, it's still holding it, but I've already shook it loose from the hood, okay, and it's already starting wanting to rattle a little bit in there. So that secondary gripper is going to keep it more secure when you're walking to and from your stand, when you're getting your bow raised up into your stand, when you're shooting. The whole idea with TightSpot anyway was that the quiver fits tight to your bow, kind of gives you some extra weight on there so that the stability of your shooting is better, and that you keep the quiver on your bow instead of taking it off. Now, a lot of guys still take the quiver off, which is perfectly fine, but the original design and thought process was that you have the quiver on. And so if you slide this on and have it pretty tight, you have that extra grip where you don't have arrows that are shaking and rattling from the vibration of the bow. Okay, so this is the TightSpot Quiver. It comes in a variety of different options. You know, all the Optifades, the Under Armour, the Real Tree, the Mossy Oak. I believe they're still doing the Crimson Red. The Carbon they may still be doing, but you can, and the QU is still available. There's some Cryptic, I believe, if I'm not sure, but you can see these on our website. We have the 2018 quivers there available, ready to buy. You can also check TightSpot's website also. The price on these is $144.95. Always check with us. We do run specials from time to time. We do offer free shipping as well. If you are local to us, we're in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, we welcome you to come by and check a price here out in the shop if you'd like to, and check out what we have for sale. But if you're not local to us and you just want to talk about TightSpot or check our pricing or just kind of want to some more information about TightSpot, we'll be more than glad to talk you through the process and kind of explain some things to you about quivers and TightSpot. Our phone number is 336-564-2400. Our email address is sales@beanoutdoors.com. Our web address, where you can purchase these directly off the website, is www.beanoutdoors.com. There you can look and see anything that we carry. If there's items that you're looking for that you don't see on the website, there's a high likelihood that we may have them, they're just not on the website, and we'll be glad to help you with those as well. This is the 2018 TightSpot Quiver with the new secondary gripper, which will make a great addition to anyone's TightSpot. If you're buying a brand new TightSpot, or if you already own one, this will be a great thing to add to it for not so much money, $19.99, to add to your arsenal, give you a little more stability, hold those arrows nice and tight. But keep in mind, this is only for the 5-arrow quivers. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back with another Being Outdoor product review in the future.